Hey everyone, welcome back to Wheel Rave, the home for everything two wheels, chrome, and power. Today, we're diving deep into something that's stirring up serious nostalgia in the motorcycle world. After years of speculation, Harley-Davidson has officially revived the legend of the Shovelhead. That's right, the 2025 Harley-Davidson Shovelhead is here. And it's not just a tribute to the old it's a full reimagining of one of the most iconic V-twin engines in motorcycle history. Now before you say it's just another retro remake, hold that thought. Harley didn't just dust off the old blueprints, so they completely modernized this beast while keeping the soul intact. And today, we're going to break down exactly what that means. From its re-engineered powertrain to its classic design cues and modern tech. We'll cover everything you need to know about the 2025 Shovelhead and whether it deserves a place in your garage. First things first, to the heart of the machine. The original Shovelhead V-twin was introduced back in 1966 and ran until 1984. Known for its distinct shape, the rocker boxes resembled inverted coal shovels, hence the name. Harley's 2025 take keeps that distinctive profile but traps it in new engineering. We're talking about a 1,750cc air and oil-cooled V-twin SO that's 107 cubic inches for those who prefer old-school numbers. What's special here is that Harley went the extra mile to retain the mechanical charm of the original. They've kept push rods, external oil lines, and even that slightly agricultural engine clatter that Shovelhead fans adore, but paired it with modern internals for reliability and smoother delivery. You've got hydraulic lifters, a forged crank, and an updated IFA system cleverly disguised with old-school carburetor covers to keep that period-correct look. The result? About 95 horsepower and 110 pound-feet of torque, giving you a torque curve flatter than a Midwestern highway. Twist the throttle, and you get that unmistakable Shovelhead low, throaty, raw, and mechanical, but without the leaks, quirks, or maintenance headaches that used to come with riding vintage iron. Harley even designed a unique AQ map to give you that slight hesitation and engine pulse on idle to really lean into the nostalgia without compromising ride quality. And here's the kicker: it still uses a primary chain drive, and Harley's given it a Kickstart lever option on select trims. That's right, a factory Kickstart option in 2025. For those who really want to feel connected to their machine, it doesn't get much more visceral than that. Now let's talk chassis and handling, because this is where the 2025 Shovelhead really steps out of the past and plants both boots firmly in the present. The frame is a modern tubular steel cradle setup, engineered for stiffness but visually echoing the original swing arm design. Suspension comes courtesy of Showa, with beefy 49mm forks up front and preload adjustable dual shocks in the rear. Harley could have gone full soft tail hidden shock here, but they chose visible twin shocks to keep that 70s vibe alive. Braking has also received a much-needed 21st Street Century upgrade. You're getting dual 300mm discs up front with 4-piston calipers, and a 280mm single disc at the rear, all with standard ABS. Harley says they wanted to keep the riding experience raw but safe, and they've struck a good balance. Tires are classic spoked wheels wrapped in fat Dunlop rubber, 19-inch front, 16-inch rear with white wall options if you're going for that full vintage look. The ergonomics stay true to the chopper and cruiser aesthetic. Mid-mounted pegs, a wide handlebar with just enough pullback, and a low 27-inch seat height. It's designed for laid-back riding but still offers enough control for those long sweeping back road curves. You're not carving canyons here, but you're definitely not wallowing around either. Now, on to Designa, and this is where Harley's design team deserves a standing ovation. The 2025 Shovelhead is dripping in heritage. That teardrop tank with the script Harley-Davidson logo, the ducktail rear fender, and that unmistakable Shovelhead engine profile, it's all there. Chrome in all the right places, but with modern powder coat finishes underneath for durability. Paint options include classic vivid black, a candy red with metal flake, and my personal favorite, a two-tone pearl white and cobalt blue that looks like it rolled straight out of 1975. Instrumentation blends analog charm with subtle digital tech. You've got a large single analog speedometer sitting in a chrome bezel, but tucked neatly inside is a small digital LCD that displays gear position, fuel range, and trip meters. No massive TFTs here. It's deliberately minimal to keep your eyes on the ride, not buried in menace. Turn signals are self-canceling, lighting is full LED front and rear, and Harley's proprietary Daymaker headlamp comes standard. Harley's also included their new minimalist ride mode system, Rain, Road, and Sport. It changes throttle response and traction control settings but doesn't intrude too much on the feel. Harley knows Shovelhead riders aren't after a laptop on two wheels, so they want torque, sound, and road presence. Plain and simple. Speaking of presence, this bike turns heads. Park it anywhere, and people will walk over thinking it's a resto mob from decades ago. The attention to detail is ridiculous. Things like real metal badges, polished fin edges on the cylinders, and that distinctive triangular rocker box cover. It's vintage Harley with just the right amount of modern refinement. And let's talk numbers. Price-wise, you're looking at a starting MSRP of around $19,499 in the US, with fully dressed trims pushing closer to $23,000, depending on color choices and optional accessories. Is it cheap? Number. Is it worth it for what you're getting? Absolutely. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a rolling piece of art that you can ride every day without the constant trenching that comes with owning a 50-year-old machine. Plus, Harley is offering a 5-year warranty with optional extended service plans. As for unique selling points, the 2025 Shovelhead is in a class of its own. No other major manufacturer is doing a factory retro bike with this level of mechanical authenticity. You can buy a Triumph Bonneville, Sharia, but that's a parallel twin with modern looks. You can get an Indian Chief, but that's a different vibe entirely. This is Harley leaning fully into their own legacy, and honestly, it's about time. To sum it up, this is not just a motorcycle, it's a love letter to the gearheads, the garage builders, and the old-school chopper freaks who never stopped loving the lope, the chrome, and the pure connection between rider and machine. Harley could have played it safe, but instead, they gave us something risky, something nostalgic, and something genuinely fun. That's it for today's review here on Wheel Reverend. If you like this breakdown and want to see more deep dives into the world of motorcycles, old, new, and everything in between, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and tell me in the comments, would you ride a modern Shovelhead, or is old school the only school for you? Ride safe, ride loud. I'll catch you on the next one.